Hey folks, I'm attorney Roger P. Foley, and this morning as I drive to work, I'm going to talk to you about reviews. I get a pretty good amount of reviews from clients. I do find that a lot of clients give an anonymous review, and I understand that. If you held up your local bank, or you were charged with domestic violence, or maybe if you were charged with drug trafficking, people may want to remain anonymous, right? You really don't want to be like, hey, I'm Roger Foley, and guess what? I was saved from a drug trafficking charge. Yeah, a lot of people don't want to put their name up. So the reason I bring that up is because I had a potential client. Last couple of days I've been super busy, and I had this person that contacted my office and said, oh, I see you on YouTube and I've read a lot about you, and thank you so much for updating me. But then they, kind of went on with their story about their individual case. So I said to them, okay, it'll take me a day or two. I got to put a contract together, right? We're trying not to do stuff in the office because of COVID. So most of the people I talk to are either on Zoom or on the telephone. So anyway, so this client, well, I don't want to say client, this potential client calls me just a little while ago and says, just checking in. Well, yeah, ma'am, as soon as, I just went to court, changing. You can see I've taken the tie off, the jacket off. I did my court from home this morning via Zoom. I had to be in a couple different jurisdictions, a couple different courtrooms. And the person calls me and goes, yes, Mr. Foley, I'm calling. Okay, listen, I'm a little concerned. You haven't sent me the contract yet. Yes, I spoke to you last night about, 7 o'clock. And I said I'd get to it. I try to do it this evening. But, I have a family. I have a life outside of work. I can't work 24 hours, 7 days a week. I kind of do that when I'm in trial. But right now, I'm trying to handle multiple things and working from between home and the office. So then the person starts to say, well, I'm really good at logistics, and I don't even know what they're, logarithms or something. And I was looking at your reviews, and I'm very skeptical. I think that they're shady. As soon as you even imply that I'm shady, I'm done. So I just went, okay, cool. Well, then I guess you won't be hiring me. Have a great day, and hung up. Prior to that, I had to endure this person for, a couple of phone calls. Really didn't want the case, which was a good thing, because my first analysis of the case was the person had issues. And when I say issues, I don't necessarily mean like a drug addiction or a mental health issue. I mean issues where they're already unhappy with other attorneys. They fired other attorneys. They're talking bad about other attorneys. Maybe they had the public defender and a couple private attorneys, whatever the case. But I see that when I go, wait a sec, you've already done this. Okay, well, I understand what you represented. I don't like that person, and this and that, and no, they're bad. And it's almost always a sign, folks, right? So here's my recommendation. If you call my office, of course, anyone can come. I've come into contact with dentists that are horrible, or contractors that are horrible, etc. And maybe I've changed. But if the whole world is bad except for you, then you really need to look in the mirror and sort of analyze yourself over the whole world, because this potential client's like, oh, I didn't do this. Well, when I read the police report, there's a videotape of them doing it. So that's sort of a big alarm clock, right? It's pretty rare. I mean, I have had it where an officer puts something in a report about it being on videotape, and then I go to the videotape. Mostly with DUIs, where they say, oh, the person didn't do well on this exercise, or this field sobriety exercise, roadside exercise, and then they did well. But it's pretty rare that an officer says, well, I was at Walmart and the theft was captured on tape and the tape is now in evidence, or at the bar had video cameras and a surveillance system, and all of it's on camera, and you can see the camera. I reviewed the camera, and I saw Mr. Jones punching Mrs. Jones, or whatever. So I'm a little skeptical when a potential client goes, yeah, that's not true. Okay, well, we're going to find out, right? Because their police report that's written under oath, and again, I'm not saying that I believe all police reports, and most of them are never written in a positive manner. But usually when an officer says it's all on videotape, it's usually all on videotape. So that was the first issue that I noticed, in addition to this potential client talking about, 2, 3, 4 different attorneys that they had, and they were not happy, and they were all terrible, and da-da-da-da. And look, there's a lot of terrible attorneys. There's a lot of terrible people in our society. A lot of terrible doctors, a lot of terrible contractors, a lot of terrible, school teachers. Yeah, we got bad people in every profession. But I knew the red flag was up. I wasn't rushing to write this retainer because I was like, this person seems like a red flag. And then the great thing is right before I'm getting to the office today, I get the phone call. Your reviews are kind of shady. Oh, okay. I'm very good at logarithms and da-da-da-da. Okay. Anyway, good for you. I noticed that a lot of them anonymous. Yeah. People who drink and drive, people who harm their significant other in a domestic violence case, people who steal from the mall, people who steal from their employers. Yeah, a lot of them don't want to put their name. So, hey, potential client, good luck to you in your case. I'm sure I'm sure justice will prevail, and the courts will make the right decision. All right? I'm attorney Roger P. Foley. Thanks for listening.